Hollywood is probably the only industry on the face of the planet that has totally and completely tamed its unions and guilds. A union and guild is supposed to be an organization that protects workers, that says, hey, come on in here, worker, you're being pushed around by the management, you're given unfair work hours, not enough pay, you're working amidst dangerous chemicals. We will protect you by providing collective bargaining power for you. And collective bargaining power simply means that a bunch of people, free to assemble, get together, and basically collectively bargain with the management of the studios. The unions therefore give the workers some clout. Because if you're an individual worker and you have to go up against the management of a multi-billion-dollar studio, you don't have very much clout. They basically issue a contract that says take it or leave it. And these are basically contracts called contracts of adhesion. So in order to protect yourself from contracts of adhesion, workers, especially artists, who do not spend their day worrying about money and how to negotiate, these people need protection. But a union is supposed to protect everybody. It's not supposed to just admit 5,000 people and then protect them, and then tell every other artist, writer, actor that they can't be protected. So what Hollywood has done is they have basically somehow converted the unions into mechanisms that only protect their existing workers. When I went up to the Editors Guild president and said, I'd like to get into the Editors Guild, the president of the Editors Guild said to me, Mr. JAEGER, I'm sorry, but we can't admit you to the guild because all of our current members aren't working right now. And I thought to myself, well, why can't I be represented as a worker? I've been a professional editor for 10 years. I know how to edit a movie. And he said, well, you know, all of our current members are just simply not working. But if you go get a job on a production, one of the productions, and you work there for, say, 30 days on one of our studio signatory productions, then we'll let you in the Editors Guild. So I thought, oh, great, thank goodness, there's a way to get in the Editors Guild. So I go over, I call up the production manager on some movie being made by one of the studios, and I say, hey, I want to work on this production. I'm an editor. Can I send me my resume or my reel? And the first thing that comes out of the production manager's mouth is, are you union, Mr. JAEGER? And I go, well, the union told me to come over here and work on your production for 30 days. Then he'd put me in the union. And the production manager said, well, I'm sorry, but I can't hire you because you're not in the union. So this is a catch-22. I can't get work on the production unless I'm in the union, and I can't get in the union unless I've worked on the production for 20 days. That's a catch-22, and it's designed to weed out people. That catch-22 is all of the unions, the Screen Actors Guild, the Directors Guild, SAG, the IA, International Alliance, NABIT, all of them have this catch-22 system, whereby you can't get a job on a signatory production unless you're in the union, and you can't get in the union unless you've worked a certain number of days on a signatory production. This is a restraint of trade. When these guilds and unions are supposed to protect the worker, all workers, any and all workers, not just their existing members, we have a restraint of trade. And so basically what Hollywood is doing, what the studios are doing, is they're using the unions and guilds to weed out competition from the already existing insiders that already work in the industry. This basically creates a narrowly defined group. This basically creates a lack of diversity at the crew level because the unions exclude the millions of other artists that are all over the United States, writers, actors, you name it, all excluded. They can't get into Hollywood because the unions are locking them out. So we have a lack of diversity at the crew level, the talent level, the executive level, and the corporate level.